Well, here in Spain from Blevins Franks, Cathal Rochford is back in the hot seat this week, continuing our discussions about moving to Spain. How are you doing, Cathal?
Hello, Howard. I'm keeping very well, thanks. It's great to be back again. How are you keeping?
I'm fine, a little bit warm. Last week we focused on tax and succession issues, and if you missed it, you'll find a recording on the podcast page of the Blevins Franks website, or on their Spain Facebook page. This week we move on to cover savings, investments and pensions. So, is it important for UK nationals to review their savings and investments when moving to Spain? How should they hold their investment portfolio?
Yes, a potentially costly mistake is assuming what was tax efficient in the UK is the same in Spain. ISAs, for example, lose their tax-free status once you're no longer UK resident, and the interest, dividends and gains will attract Spanish tax and quite onerous tax reporting. Your situation and goals may change when you relocate too. So I would say take a fresh look at your portfolio to ensure it suits your current circumstances, objectives, priorities and risk profile, and has sufficient diversification. Besides considering which assets to invest in, consider where you hold your investments. The choice of jurisdiction can impact investment options, tax efficiency, estate planning, and also the level of investor protection, which is really important. I would bear in mind too that since the UK is not an EU member state, UK-based financial advisors and institutions do not have passporting rights to provide regulated advice and services to clients in the EU. So I would say a full review of your savings and investment is a very good idea. As I said, structures like ISAs, UK general investment accounts, VCTs, premium bonds become fully taxable and reportable in Spain. So it's crucial that you optimize for Spanish tax going forward, and local advice and local solutions work best. You can utilize Spanish qualifying structures here that are tax advantaged, lead to far lower taxes year after year, and can even mitigate inheritance tax in Spain and the UK further down the road.
What advice do you have about currency, since British expatriates are likely to have their savings in sterling, but will be spending euros daily?
Once you're living in Spain and spending euros on a daily basis, keeping your savings and investments in sterling makes your income vulnerable to exchange rate fluctuations. So we would recommend looking for structures that let you diversify by holding investments across multiple currencies with flexibility to choose the currency of your withdrawals and convert when rates are favorable. So we find that multi-currency investment plans definitely work best for our clients and for people living in Spain.
What about pensions?
Yes, a very good question, Howard. I would recommend having a pension review and a full assessment tailored to your move to Spain. Cross-border pension planning is very complex and a complicated area. And this has been compounded since Brexit, where there have been significant changes in both the UK and here in Spain. So I would strongly recommend undertaking a full review with a suitably qualified and experienced advisor to ensure you have the right pension planning in place based on your own objectives and your needs for currency, etc., for your move to Spain. This now needs to include UK inheritance tax, since pension funds in the UK will form part of your inheritance taxable estate from 2027. So again, take regulated, personalised advice, and an area like pensions is probably one of the most important areas to take this advice.
Finally, Cathal, before I let you go, what are the common mistakes you find people moving here make? And how do you help your clients plan and execute their move to Spain?
Yeah, a good question. I would say the most common mistake that we see people make when they're moving to Spain is importing UK tax assumptions with them when they move to Spain. Spain is a very different country. It's a different tax country with different rules, laws, and a different tax code. And UK planning simply doesn't work here. So any UK assumptions that you hold or that you've used in the past need to be unpicked early on. We regularly hear people talk about private residence relief for their UK home, 25% tax-free pension commencement lump sum, entrepreneurs relief when selling their shares in their business, or how their ISA is tax-free and their premium bonds produce income at no tax cost. None of these things work in Spain and can lead to errors being made and often very high taxes. So timing and sequencing is crucial when it comes to your move to Spain. I would highly recommend engaging with an advisor at least 1 year in advance of your move, which we find is best. There are likely significant tax planning opportunities to capitalize on prior to exiting the UK that in turn can position you exceptionally well for your entry to Spanish fiscal residency. Restructuring assets can take time. For example, selling one's UK home, moving a pension, or closing UK investments. These areas of planning cannot be done overnight, and we recommend having up to a year prior to leaving the UK to plan these in the most suitable and tax efficient way. When it comes to our clients, how do we help them? Firstly, we get to know them very well over months or even years. We do a deep dive on their own situation, their plans, their assets, income, pensions, etc., and really what's most important for them, and their priorities for their retirement and their objectives, and of course also their family objectives or estate planning and legacy needs. We then slowly develop a financial action plan, or a roadmap as we often call it, which is an integrated tax, estate, investment and retirement planning assessment. And we really try to make the planning as efficient and seamless as possible, and we implement the plan to provide optimal tax efficiency, financial peace of mind for their future. So really they can focus on, doing what they moved to Spain for, enjoying their lifestyle and really, having the best retirement that they can.
And the website is a good first port of call.
Yes, blevinsfranks.com. Please do visit our website, and you'll find a lot of useful information there. And also you may get in touch with one of our local advisors or our local teams for the area that you're looking to move to. We're always more than happy to speak with people looking to make the move, and hopefully we can help you or indeed point you in the right direction.
Many thanks, Cathal. Always informative.
Thank you very much, Howard. I look forward to speaking with you again over the coming weeks.